Congratulations on the great results.
Thank you.
And
Thank you,
marking 24 years of Safaricom.
Yeah, thank you.
We definitely look forward to marking the Silver Jubilee next year. Now, touch a little bit on the results and tell us, what is the outlook of Safaricom for the next 1 year?
Okay. So thank you, Nicole. We are very excited, first of all, to be celebrating 24 years. 24 years of transforming lives in this country. We are the biggest supporter of Kenyan passion points, sports, etc. We have the best foundations supporting health, education, and so on. And we keep this country connected, whether that's on the payment side or actually on the network. So we are delighted as we celebrate 24 that we have also announced excellent results in Kenya, growing across the board, 12.9% top line growth to 177.9 billion Kenya shillings for one half, and then growing bottom line by 14% net income.
Nice.
But even at a group level, when we incorporate Ethiopia on an underlying basis, if we exclude some of the impact of the foreign exchange changes that have happened, we are growing 14% top line, growing 21% bottom line. So very, very strong performance. Kenya, we are growing across the board in M-Pesa 16, in mobile data 20, in fixed 14, even voice, which people thought had actually matured, grew 5%. And we are growing through growing usage and growing customers, which is fantastic. So we are very pleased, and also it's in a tough environment. And the reason why that is important is because we are not growing by increasing price. We are growing by increasing the use cases, the uses that customers can have on both the connectivity, but also on M-Pesa, but also growing usage. So devices, especially using the internet, so giving people 4G devices and so on. So it's fantastic results.
Congratulations on that. So then what would you say is the future outlook?
The outlook.
Yes.
So, and as we've said when we announced, I believe that the year, the full year results will reflect what we have seen in H1. Kenya will continue to power on in terms of growth, both top and bottom line. We see momentum, we see a very healthy business, and we see growth across the board. Yeah. The second is Ethiopia will even deliver better performance in H2, because in the H1 we have already taken the impact of foreign exchange issues. So therefore, even as we go into the second half, we believe Ethiopia will play even a bigger role. So instead of 10% we saw at the top line, I'm sure it will play a bigger role, and also will contribute a lot more to our bottom line growth. And so we see a very, very strong performance for H2.
We are definitely looking forward to that. Now, I want to switch gears to Pochi La Biashara. It has really stood out the last couple of months, especially as a tool for SMEs. What would you say is the value proposition here?
M-Pesa for 24, or actually for 18 years. M-Pesa will be 18 next year. So it's 17. It will turn 18. So as Safaricom is turning 25, M-Pesa will be turning 18 next year. So because it was set up in 2007, which was also another big milestone, because that's when Safaricom was listed. Now, M-Pesa has, over time, so it started as money transfer, over time continues to innovate so that we give more customer choice. So we started, of course, when we came up with Lipa na M-Pesa, with tills and pay bills, that actually really allowed merchants and businesses. Just before COVID, tills and Lipa na M-Pesa was about 170,000. Now it's 650,000 plus. But then what we discovered is individuals who don't have a business license and who want also to run a business, you are Mama Boga, you are you are Boda Boda guy, wanted to convert, to separate their individual transactions on their phone from their business transactions, if you're a Mama Boga or Boda Boda. That's why we introduced Pochi, which is a pocket or a pulse. So therefore, we've seen that overtake Lipa na M-Pesa. So Pochi is now close to 1 million, to 1 million in terms of number of customers, doubled in the past year. And so we are seeing, because there is more people who are individual business people, whether they are male or female, than who have companies and so on and so forth.
Yes.
So that's where the interest is. And we are seeing a lot of very good excitement. And now we are seeing what services do we continue to give this. So even as we develop all the other services, insurance, we develop wealth, we develop credit, we will give these propositions to these customers. So they become, the Pochi becomes the way of accessing other services in the same way that you access the consumer services.
Yes.
But you're a business person.
You have actually touched on the next thing that I was going to mention.
Yes.
Wealth management and insurance.
Yeah.
How would you say, please paint a picture for us. How is Safaricom empowering its customers, especially in relation to wealth management and insurance?
Okay.
And also, as you tell me about that, you can tell me, when should we expect to see the official launch of Mali?
Okay.
Yes.
So let me put it this way. M-Pesa has been known as powering payments.
Yes.
So anything you want, you pay. You are paying for a restaurant, you are paying for anything, you go to the salon, you'll always pay with M-Pesa.
Yes.
So payments is understood, both by businesses, but also by individuals. Then we went into credit. We started with M-Shwari, KCB, then Fuliza. And then we have had even Hustler Fund and all that. So credit is also expanding. But last year, we introduced credit for merchants. So we were both the consumer, now we've done merchants. Now we've said, given that we've done very well on financial inclusion, which is about payments, and including those people who are excluded from financials, let's now go into financial health.
Yes.
Yes, which is, most people are not insured. Insurance penetration in this country is only 3%.
Yes.
So therefore, given we have now 33.5 million customers using M-Pesa, how do we democratize access to insurance? You know the way we've started? We've started by getting a broking license, because we are going to use licensed operators in the insurance industry. So we co-create products. The same we've done with the KCB and NCBA on the credit side, we'll co-create insurance products with licensed insurance companies. So we've started with device insurance, because now we are going to do a lot of 4G devices. So when you buy a device, we can give you device insurance.
Yes.
So if you lose your device, if you damage your screen, which many people do every day.
Yes.
So we have already gotten more than 100,000 customers policies on the device side. So we start with our own product, and then we'll expand it to other products. So we might give insurance relevant products to border, or to whoever, to people who are importing products on the marine side.
Yes.
So we can democratize access, given we have a large customer base.
Yes.
And we have an insurance product. Then on the wealth side, we want to say, people always find it difficult to save, to create wealth. And wealth doesn't mean you are rich. It means that you are saving for future.
Yes.
So we democratizing access to as low as 100 shillings. You can move it from your wallet to a savings product, to a money market product. So that's what we've been preparing for. So, and also you can access that money when you need it. So let us be able to be the ones who are managing the management on the back end, and the platforms and all that stuff, and the custody of it, and your money is safe. But then individuals can actually opt in and opt out, if you get what I mean. So that's what we are going to accelerate. And we've been going through all the regulatory pieces. And hopefully in H2, Nicole, I'll invite you to witness a big launch. But certainly, we believe this is an area that will revolutionize how we think about savings, how we think about wealth accumulation. And we are talking about wealth in the context of regardless of how much you have. So whether you have small, because 100 shillings is not a lot.
Yes.
So you could save 200 shillings in a week, or you could save 1,000 in a week. Whatever your means, there is a product for you. That's what I would be saying.
That's quite interesting, and I love that. Now, even as we wrap up, Abojani runs an investment advisory firm with 300,000 plus subscribers. What are 3 key things that you would tell them regarding money management going forward, even as we usher in 2025?
Okay.
Yes.
So I think the first thing about money is not to think about how much you have, but is to think about how do I save for a rainy day, for future, for investment, and also because our pension market is not very sophisticated. So there's a lot of the demands out the individuals to look for ways of saving for their kids' schooling, for their retirement, and so on and so forth. So the first thing is not to consider, oh, I'll wait for when I have money to save. Save on a regular basis. That's the most important. And to the extent possible, use as much as possible more liquid savings products or wealth products. And that's why we are introducing access to money market products. Can you be able to buy a treasury bill or a treasury bond and still be able to have access to your money? So savings, so we want to create a culture of savings, a culture of building wealth over time, regardless of your means. So it's not about being rich. It's about all the 33.5 million M-Pesa customers. Every single one of them can save.
Yes.
So that's the biggest one. So savings on a regular basis, more liquid, go for more liquid. Land and all these plots and all these things are good, but you never know. When you need the money, you might not have. And it also, don't assume it will always accumulate.
Yes.
And then the third thing is also think of your risk appetite, which is, and this is why liquidity is very important. So to the extent that you don't need the money, put it in an asset that gives you a lot more long-term value. If you need the money, put it in an asset that gives you that has more liquidity, because that's very important. Sometimes people put money into an asset where they are forced to sell for the wrong price when they need the money. So think about what your needs are, and ensure that it matches the way you are thinking about savings.
Yes.
But what we will do, and I can get some of our team to come and speak to your ecosystem.
That would be awesome.
Yes. So it is to actually educate people. And then I think there's one thing that I didn't say, which is life is tough for everyone.
Yes.
We want to make sure, and in fact we are doing it for our employees, to advise on how you use your money. Not just save, but use.
Yes.
So using is part of savings. Yeah, isn't it?
Yes.
If you look after the cents, they usually say in the UK they say, if you look at the pences, the pounds will look after themselves.
Yes.
So if you actually look after your money, then you will actually save.
Yes.
So it also starts with how you use money. It is not just what you save.
Yes.
It's how you use money.
Yes. So 3 tips plus a bonus one.
Yes, correct.
Save as much as you can.
Yes.
Liquidity.
And regularly.
And then a risk appetite.
Yes.
And how you use your money.
Thank you, Nicole.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We really appreciate for making time to talk to us.
Yeah,
and we look forward to even greater performance in H2.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Nicole.